The thing I was trying to get you to do here is talk about did you know ahead of time that it was going to be 2 weeks long, and did you think that that was a long time?
So when I first heard it was gonna be 2 weeks, I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But when I was in the camp, I was like, can I just go home now? It's already been like a week, you
Yeah, so
know?
okay, good, because we want to provide some context for what you just said. The first time I went to sports camp, I was nervous because I only knew a few people. It was also my first time being away from my parents. Okay. Now we never start sentences with buts. You want to say, however,
Okay.
over the next few days, I made new friends and was no longer nervous. Still, this is another sort of transition where still the camp was 2 weeks long, and after about 1 week, I was ready to go home. I couldn't actually, so this is where I'm going to start adding in. I couldn't wait. All right, so here we go. So still the camp was 2 weeks long, and after about 1 week, I couldn't wait to go back home and see my parents since it felt like forever since I'd seen them. Some days just felt like they wouldn't end, and I was, let's just say, often getting bored at the camp since we were sticking to the same old routine every day. Is that kind of how it shook out?
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you eat breakfast, you do one thing, then you have practice for an hour. You have lunch, or you have off ice or ballet, and you have ice practice again, and then you go to bed basically after you have dinner. It was boring. We had a curfew.
Okay. All right. So how does this relate back to Percy?
Well, for Percy, his camp was a month, but as I said, he didn't know he was going there. And even though there were activities there, there was still like a schedule as well.
Okay.
And
Um,
like, yeah.
so let me be more specific here. Did did Percy's did Percy he was nervous, but did that go away?
Yes, I did.
It did, just like yours did. Did he get homesick?
Yeah, it was more like near the end of the book though.
Okay. Was the camp there on a routine?
In a way, yes, you would wake up and eat breakfast. There were camp activities, but in a way they were also kind of routined out. Like you couldn't do all of them in one day. Like you could do like I think two a day and that was it, but most of the time you would like train there and stuff.
Okay. So this is important here. Would you have rather have gone to his camp?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay. All right. So we want to say that here in a sentence. We want to say that's our going to be our closing sentence here is and you're going to write this is you want to say something about how while you enjoyed this camp, you wish you were at Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and write something like that for me, please. One or two sentences about that.
All right. So like I have to mention how I wanted to be a Camp Half-Blood. Okay, got it. Here's what I wrote. Hmm. Should I add more?
All right, sorry about that. Um, so I was looking this over. This is really good. We just need a little bit more here on these three things. Um, could you do one of them, either to describe the amazing place or what were the activities or who are the mythical creatures? We need to give just a little more context to this last little bit, and then we'll be done with this.
All right. So do I have to put like do I have to explain the activities and the
Well,
mythical creatures?
something, because right now, all you've done is say, I wish I could go to the camp because it sounds like an amazing place, but we don't know why. We don't know why it's amazing. Like we've not said that earlier on up here. Like all we said
All right.
was that it's a camp for demigods. So we're either going to put this information up above or here.
All right.
Um, so just pick one though. I mean, we don't need to go into more detail, but give that a try, please.
I can describe the activities.
Okay, do that. What, a couple sentences or one sentence or two on that.
There we go.
All right, let me take a look here. All right, I like that. Okay. Like an amazing place where there are many activities, including, we'll leave out the mythical creatures like that. Okay. This is good. This is really good. What I like to do here is I don't like to like remove all the stuff. I like to keep the things because we might use them later. We might like you can see here, there's a lot more stuff here that we did not include, and that'll go in the essay, which I'm guessing you're going to write later on. So the last thing you might do before you submit something is read it. Again, read it out loud. So uh, I will read this out loud, and you can let me know if you want to make any changes. Actually, I really should have you read it. I mean, so like when you read it, and you don't have to read it out loud, but you should read it to yourself and see if you want to make any changes to it. Okay. So why don't you do that? I can also put this in the chat. You'll see here that we're at 371 words, which is great.
That is great.
Well, that's too long. That's all right. Um, let me put it in the chat. Like either you can either mute yourself and then read it to yourself, or you can read it out loud. It doesn't matter to me, but you really want to read through something like this one time from start to finish and decide if is it good.
All right, I'll just do that really quickly. I'll read to myself.
Okay.
All right, the essay looks good to me.
Okay. Well, let's be clear. This is just it's more of I wouldn't call it an essay. But all right, so I'm
More like a
I'm gonna
paragraph. The paragraph
yeah.
looks good to me.
Okay, so I'm going to send this over at the end like I've been doing. I saw you sent over both some English and some physical science. Um,
Yeah, so we can like decide which one is better to do.
we're kind of in English mode, so I instead I would recommend we do that. Um,
All right, that's fine by me. We can
if,
continue
and
with
if
English.
we find it gets to be too difficult, then
I
we'll
don't think
see.
the lesson will be too difficult. I think it looks quite easy.
All right, here's the next English lesson. Use the following words correctly in a sentence. Following each sentence, provide the definition represented in the sentence. Tell me what part of speech you've used, noun, verb, etc., and what it means based on the form of your answers below. All right. So they're giving you these are words that are often misused. compliment and compliment. So uh, the the one that we most often use is to praise. The word compliment means to praise someone. And then the other compliment is when it I don't like this definition, but it really it pairs, like pairs to pair with, like it goes along with, meaning it's like a ketchup and mustard or uh, peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
And if you don't like those, we can, we can make it some other ones. So
That works.
what I like to do when I'm looking at an assignment is always do the ones that I always look for the ones that I know I can do without really like looking up. Like, maybe there's something in here and you're like, oh, I already know those two. So I want you to look at this list here. I hate they really format this. Are there any in this list where you already know? Oh, I already know the difference between them. Like for sure, 1000%, you don't have to look up anything.
Uh-huh.
It's okay if you don't. I'm just
I don't.
okay. Well, we'll just do them one at a time. So for and what they actually do is they give you a link, which I didn't copy in, which we should have had. Copy link address. I'm going to put this in the chat. You probably already have it. Um, that link could be helpful. Let's take a look here. Um, like this link has the its and its in there.
Hmm.
All right. So so
Uh,
what we don't want to do is just reuse what they have here. But uh let me snip this in as a starting point. So let me go back to the document. All right. So here is what they have in here in the its. Okay. So sometimes I think it's easier to write a sentence and then we'll define it. Um, I think it's going to rain. So the IT parenthesis yes, like think of that as the contraction.
hmm.
So you want to write some sort of a sentence with a contraction. Really, you want to write a sentence like it is. Now, unlike what we were just doing, this should be very simple, like as simple as possible.
Got it. Simple as possible. So like I could just, for example, say, oh, wait, hold on. I'm right now thinking of a good sentence.
Keep it simple. Think about things you like. So you said you like cats, you like ice skating, you like
Yeah,
what kind of food do you like? Just some
I
keep it
like
really simple.
burgers.
Okay. Um,
But I don't know how to mention burgers in a sentence with the word it's.
what
Well, do
so
you know?
you can and also has been it has also as it has. So you could use that last one like it's been a very long time since I've had burgers, but um
Oh, yeah, that works.
yeah. Um but that's yeah, I mean that's okay if you want to but I want you to write a sentence.
Okay, I'll type it in the chat once I got one. So I can use it is or it's, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Does this work? Wait, I forgot to put dog. The dog is playing with its ball in the backyard. Like that.
Let me take a look.
I forgot to mention the word dog, so I just retyped it.
All right, the dog is playing with its ball in the backyard. Uh, that's not so like, can you rewrite it? Like when you write it here, can you write with it is ball? Is that correct?
What?
Is this correct the way it's written?
Yes?
Okay. So the answer is no.
No. Wait, no, it's not.
Now the good news is that you can use it for the other ones. You can use it for the it's. Well, the first it's. Okay, that's okay. All right. We still need an it is sentence.
I could put like, it's a sunny day today, right?
Sure.
Yippee. All
So
right,
go ahead and
so
write something out, please.
yeah. Does it work for
Yep.
this?
That is perfect. All right, so that's thing one. The next thing here is you can see that you have to write the word definition and then whether what it is, meaning is it a verb, is it a noun, etc. So go out to the internet and look up it's an apostrophe s, and we want the what's called the part of speech, whether it's an adjective, a noun, adverb, and then we'll give a definition, which it's already here. So the first one is possessive, and the next one is contraction. So what I'm asking you to do is to go out to the internet, look up its ITS and then IT apostrophe S, and figure out what part of speech it is. Whether it's a verb, noun, adverb, pronoun.
It's a so for hold on, let me see. ITS part of speech. Is it says it's a personal pronoun.
Okay, so we'll just say pronoun. That's good enough. All right, and then for the IT apostrophe S,
Um,
what part of speech is that?
possessive pronoun?
Okay, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't change,
Yeah.
at least in this case. All right, so very good. All right, so we've done that one, great. So again, whether and whether. So if you go to that link where they give you at the bottom, yeah, I guess I can share that screen. So the way, in case you want to do this on your own here at some point, this is that common mistakes and tricky choices, and you just look for them. So the next one is whether and whether, and I'm guessing it's here. And of course it's not. All right, never mind. If it was, we could use it. So it's not gonna work. All right. So the second one should be easier. The second one is what you just described with it being sunny. Um, so could you come up with a sentence with the word WEATHER?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, go ahead and try that.
Okay. I swear to God, whenever that they're like gonna mention weather, I'm just gonna put in Arizona's weather. It's gonna be hot and
That's fine.
sunny. That's literally what it is today.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay to be repetitive.
Yeah, I like being repetitive in this situation. That's for
All right,
weather.
so the weather is going to be hot and sunny. That's great. Now I want you to look up what part of speech is the word weather.
It is both a noun and a verb.
Okay, well, how are we using it here? We're using it as a noun. And then
Yes.
give me the definition of weather.
The definition of weather?
Yes. So you're going to want to have out like a dictionary, an internet dictionary, something, you can just type it in Google, but a few
Yeah.
words.
It says weather for the noun, the state of the atmosphere at a place and time as regards heat, dryness, sunshine, wind, rain, etc.
All right, so state of the atmosphere. It's probably reasonable. All right.
Yeah.
So now for the other one, WHETHER, I want you to look up the definition. So start with the part of speech and then uh some words to go along with it.
Okay. Okay. I wrote something down.
Okay, so that sentence is great, but I wanted the definition, but that's okay. That's good.
Oops.
What
I,
what part of speech? No, that's good. We needed this anyway. What part of speech is WHETHER, noun, adjective, adverb?
um, part of speech is a, hold on.
These are internet searches.
Yeah,
We're not
it
trying to
says it's
be
a conjunction.
okay. That's not a part of speech. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
it is. I guess it is.
technically, yes. Huh.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go with that. And then you got a definition of it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I went on a Merriam-Webster. It says
Yep.
it's either a conjunction or a pronoun. And I
Okay.
think in the situation of the sentence, it's maybe it's a pronoun that I used it that I how I typed. I don't know.
So what's the definition though?
Okay.
And you've done it here. What are you doing in this
This
scenario?
you're being indecisive of whether you want to wear some like you
Well,
can't decide whether you want to wear shorts or jeans. You're having
well,
a
well,
hard
you're
decision.
you're indecisive, but you're making a choice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this there, and there is absolutely going to be in this thing I was trying to show you with the whole uh there, there, and there. All right. So this is probably the easiest one to write a sentence for is going to be the contraction, because the contraction, you're just like we did before. It's they are. I'm sorry, there are. Sorry, there are. That's the easiest one to write because there's you can come up with sentences. There are blank, and you can go back to your clothing or cats or dogs or really anything.
All right. I don't think the sentence works, but I hope it does.
Okay, so they're trying to find a missing dog. So can you say there are trying to find a missing dog?
No.
No. So look at the example. They're listing something. There are 4 prime numbers less than 10. There are, like, think of it as things. There are, like look around your room. What do you see? There are blank in my room. There are blank on the wall. There are people in the
Okay.
stands. Yeah, something.
Hmm. Does this work? There are 4 posters in my room.
Yes, there are 4 posters in my room. Yes, that is exactly what you want. Okay, very good. So now look at the I think the THERE is the next one. That's the easiest. Let's look at the examples. I put the collars right there. So they're referring to a location. So write a sentence with a location. You can say something about something being there. Describe something in your room or in the kitchen.
Okay, something in my room. A water bottle. There's a black
Okay.
water bottle in my room.
Okay. So describe where it is using the word there.
There is a black water bottle on my nightstand.
Okay. Do it differently. Use it where it's at the end. Say on the nightstand.
There is a black water bottle.
Yeah, that would be better. Well, say I'm trying to get you to use it at the end. I put the water bottle, like, just like you're telling someone. Imagine someone saying, Ivana, where's the water bottle?
Over there on my nightstand.
Okay, I put the water bottle over there on my nightstand. That's a good sentence. Can you type that out for us, please?
Yeah. There is a water bottle on my nightstand. That's what I should say.
Nope, nope, you missed the point. It's answering the question, where's the water bottle?
Over there on my nightstand.
Yes.
Do I have to mention the fact that my water bottle is like? Do I have to put the question in with the sentence?
No, 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 but it's the answer to the question.
I typed it in the chat, by the way.
Okay. That's not a complete sentence. What is
Oh,
over the nightstand?
the water bottle.
You have to say
Hold on.
it.
I'm sorry, I did not thought about that. Is that more of a complete sentence?
Um, so yeah, the thing that you're really good at is your speech is correct. The writing is not. And I
Yeah.
like when I was having the same struggle, I would say it in my head, um, because when I asked you, where is your water bottle? You said the water bottle is over there on my nightstand. That's what you said.
Oh, oh
But you
my
didn't
God.
type that. I mean, it's all the same words, but
Oh my God, that's so
this is very
embarrassing.
bad. And so what I'm reason I'm saying that is because you know how to do this. You're just not writing what you're saying.
That's why I feel like when I have to write essays, I have to just use a microphone and just make sure the
That-
words are
And that's
jotted
fine.
down what I
There's
say.
no issue with that. The last one is there, Their. Look at the example. Their dog has fleas. It's possessive. So you're saying like there's some sort of ownership. So it typically comes before a noun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can say you can just use their example. You can say their cat has whatever, a pink nose.
Or pink paws.
Well, that's weird. I mean, okay. Because they like paws. I mean,
I mean, okay, because orange tabby cats have like pink paws.
do they really?
Yeah, some of them
Look
do,
at
I think.
the look.
You're Googling it up just to make sure I'm not lying
Well,
to you.
I got a cat with a pink nose and white paws that's walking around, and
Wait, what kind of cat is it? I want to know.
she's just a tuxedo kitty.
Aw.
She's a food bully though. She wants to get fed all the time.
My dog is just a Pomeranian, but he's really cute and fluffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great. So something about, their dog has what? Like it doesn't have to be negative like fleas, but just it's just the ownership. What you're saying is instead of saying my friend Susie's dog, you're just saying their dog instead of my friend Susie's. Like you're replacing it with something shorter.
Can I say their dog is very energetic?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. That was what I typed in before I said.
And we're keeping it simple, which I like. Their dog is very energetic. All right, great. Now, the next part is the part of speech for each of these. So can you look up the part of speech? It's actually here. Um, well, they're different. Sorry. So the Their is a pronoun. I've got it here. The first one is an adverb. Um,
Mhm. And then it says that there are, it says it's a contraction, but that's not right.
well, we can put that in. I mean, I don't know exactly what they're going to want here. Um,
Okay.
and then the question is like how to. Um, so I think like for the first one, it's possessive. I'm sorry. Their, it's possessive. So think of ownership. The um the There is sort of a location or a direction. And there 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 as a contraction is kind of a um I don't know, I don't even know. I don't see anything here that's helpful. Maybe think of it as things. I don't know, things would be okay. I'm not really sure
Mhm.
how that. Okay, so let's that's part two is the same. All right, so I guess we're just gonna keep going on this. Let's go down
We'll
to
keep going
past.
until I run out of time.
Well, I was trying to choose something easier. So past and past. I was hoping that you would say, hey, I know already know these, and I think you do. Um, if you've been if you've ever been ice skating before, you've probably passed someone on the skating rink.
Oh yeah, multiple times.
And if you're more than 1 day old, you have a past because something that's happened in your past.
You have you've been breathing for 5 minutes. That's
Yes.
that's in your past.
Yeah. So this is a give me a sentence for each. Keep them simple. It's always better to draw on personal experiences than to try to make something up. Don't get too personal.
Okay. The easiest thing for past, not the past, present, future one, but I can say I passed my English exam basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And then past. Okay. I don't know what to write for past. Could I say like my past was yesterday?
No, you have to describe something in your past.
Um, I can't think of a sentence that will
Well, tell me what you ate, or tell me where you went on vacation last year.
I went to um I went to Disney World.
Okay. So how could you use the word past, PAST, to
Um
describe something you did last year or
in
earlier this year?
in my past I went to
Nope.
Disney World.
Nope. This past, when did you go? Summer,
This past
year?
summer I went to Disney World.
There you
Oh,
go. There you go.
there we go.
All right. Okay. So next thing is to look up the part of speech for each of these.
All right. Past is an adjective.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we need a definition, a few
It
words for
says by
that.
like gone by in time and no longer existing.
Okay. Part of speech for PASSED.
It's a verb
Okay.
and it says move or cause to move in a specific direction.
All right. So uh um let's the last couple minutes here, let's see if we can get either of these done. Sight and sight. Um they both have to do with visuals, but one is, and it's probably better to look this up, one or the other up. One is like your eyes and the other is a location.
Mhm. Okay. I Site is like location and site is like the other one is what
Well,
you're
I'd look
looking.
them up. I would look them up to make sure you're clear, or try to write a quick sentence.
Does that work for one of them?
Yes, yes, that's correct. So that's the one where you're using your eyes.
Yep.
and SITE is could be the thing that um a place that you're trying to visit.
That's the thing. I don't know how to word that one. Do I say like,
Well, that's okay. I mean, just we can table this for right now. Um, there is there is absolutely the ability for you to actually go in and do all of these on your own. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do that or not. Part two is to actually do the same thing as we just did, 5 more groups. So there's just more to do. Um, to do this
okay,
second part, you definitely want to look at that link. But I would recommend trying to do some of that between now and our next lesson, which I don't know when will be because I haven't spoken to your dad, but